Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Bailey, and today we are going to be going over our budget to see what we paid, what needs to be paid. We do not have any expense tracking today. I have some story time for you all, and we're going to be cash stuffing our savings. So before we start that, I would like to welcome our new subscribers. If your account is public, I can see it. I'm not telling you to make your account public, but I'm just letting you know that if you don't get a shout out and you subscribe to me, that's the reason why. It's because I can't see your account in the YouTube studio. So we have Tegan DeLang and Nikki Nicole 0218. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate you all. And welcome back to everyone else. Okay, so where do we want to start today? We can go ahead and start with our budget, I guess, since we have it open, and then I can go ahead and move this. Okay, so we had a credit card that was due yesterday. The money did come out today, $135. I normally pay a small balance on my credit card, but this month we've been paying more on the credit card because we want to try to just boost up our credit just a tad bit because we're planning on buying a new car, hopefully by May. So what's due today is another credit card that I have, and my plan is to put $50 on it. And then we still have the Xfinity. It's due on the 8th, but it never comes out till like the 11th. And we had some new things, which I think I should have did this because I normally put 0 and then put the amount over here. But we planned 0 for these things because I forgot all about the Cash App, and I borrowed from a friend just to have a little cushion in my bank account because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to have my car in the shop this week. And if you're new here, me and my husband, we drive Lyft and Uber for a big portion of our money. So if we were to put the car in the shop, that means that we don't have to work, we wouldn't be able to work, which is another thing that I wanted to talk about, which is Mr. Bailey just took the car in the shop. So you guys know I was doing really good yesterday. Guys, this is just my markers right here. If it looks like, why she got a blue cup back there? I don't think I had it zoomed out that much. And my iPad is next to me. That's what I was just reading the new subscribers off of. But anyway, Mr. Bailey just took the car to the shop. It is currently Thursday morning. So you guys are seeing this on Friday. And that's why my voice sounds like this too. I always sound like this in the morning. Sorry guys. But anyway, if you're new, everybody else is used to my morning voice. And then if I do multiple clips through the day, I sound totally different when you see the next clip. But anyway, Mr. Bailey just took the car to the shop because, guys, you know how sometimes you just be like bummed about something when you know you should have did something yourself, but you didn't. So I drove that car. I did 20 rides yesterday. Remember, the friend came and tightened some things up in the car. He said he didn't see anything wrong, but whatever he tightened up, I was able to drive that car all day yesterday, not hit bumps, anything. Well, my sister-in-law wanted to buy some barbecue for us last night, and we ordered it. It was like right down the street, maybe like 2 miles down the street. And I was so tired. You guys saw that I was very tired on yesterday's video. So I was just like, oh, forget it. I said, babe, can you go get the food? And he did go get the food, him and my son. And he said he hit the biggest pothole that he ever hit. Now, mind you, it was dark and it had been raining. So you can't really see the potholes. So I'm not blaming him. But it started doing that thing again where it started turning off and on. And, we had to, it doesn't turn off. It's like all of the sensors that could come on the dash all come on at once, and then the speed slows down. So in order for all of that to go off and for you to get your speed back, you'll have to cut the car off and turn it back on, and then it goes back to normal. But if you hit another bump, then it does that again. So it's losing power somewhere, on top of the fact that we know we need a tune-up. So that's probably all it is. So he just took the car for that. I'm kind of bummed because I need to get 22 rides today in order to get the extra $160, which I need, because that was really going to help me not have to work as hard to pay these things that we have to pay this weekend, those extra things. So I asked Mr. Bailey if he could just stay up there, because you guys know how we always leave and then I'm stressed out later because it's 5 o'clock and they haven't even called me yet or whatever. So I asked him if he can actually sit up there and wait on the car. Like, I'm not asking him to wait for them to do the tune up, and I want them to do a radiator flush also, because that was something that was in the budget for this month. So I'm going to ask him to stay up there so that they can see him, because if they see him, they'll pull the car right in and work on it, because they know he's waiting on it instead of, leaving. And a lot of times we leave because our car is, our house is literally maybe 2 or 3 miles away from it. So yeah, we just want to go ahead and keep them on their toes, for lack of better words. But we're going to go ahead and move into our savings. I have very small savings, guys, that if you are new here, we've been having a lot of problems with this Jeep in the year 2024 and now 2025, but 2024 for sure. So we put a lot of money into it, and that's why we want to buy a new car. Even if we don't trade that in, we just can't keep putting as many miles on it as we do now. It has 321,000 miles on it, but it has a new engine in there. So, excuse me. So, we may keep it as a second car to make sure that we have something, because our other car that was normally our second car, the transmission went out on, and that car is old anyway. So, and we're still going back and forth with what we're going to do with that. If the transmission costs really cheap. So are we going to just, because the car is old, so are we going to just go ahead and get the transmission and put it back in there so we can just have something, to get around, like, just in case. And he also used to use that as a work car also, that older one. But anyway, I was saying, if you're new here, back in October, our engine went out on this car, and we was cash stuffing. We had like thousands of dollars in our envelopes. We was like 2 weeks ahead on our bills. We was doing really good, but the engine happened on top of us having to get new tires, on top of us having to get suspension work. Like, all of this happened in the matter of like 2 months, and it pretty much drained our savings. So we've been starting over. So if you see that, like, wow, it looked like they're over there struggling a little bit, it's just because we've never got a chance to like kind of get back on top yet. But that's what we're working on right now. So I am hoping that Mr. Bailey will have some good news, and that I'm still able to go out and get those 22 rides, because I really, really want to get those rides. I'm still not letting it stop me yet, guys. So I do not like to drive at night, but if I have to drive until 10 o'clock at night, if the car comes back a little later, I will. I'm not going to drive at midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not doing that. So we'll see, guys. So this is $1 savings that I've been doing since December 1st. My plan with this money is to use it for Christmas. At first, when I started this, I didn't have a plan at all. I just wanted to start saving something because I was feeling kind of bummed about us depleting all of our envelopes. So I said, I need something in these envelopes to say, so that I can see, because I feel like the money just goes out the window. So since December 1st, we've been saving $1 a day in this. So that's $31. We just condensed it. That's why it's 20s on top. January, $21. February, $28. And today is the 6th. We have $5 here. So I just need to add one more dollar. And so we now have $6 in there. And when this gets to a 100, which should be pretty soon, I'm considering opening up a high yield savings account. I don't know if I'm going to do it with that, or if I'm going to do it with some other money that will come in, but we'll see. We'll see what we're going to do with that, because I like seeing the money in the envelope. But if I can find a good enough high yield savings account where I don't have to constantly keep contributing to it in order to get the interest rates, because sometimes I might not be able to contribute to it every single month. You know what I mean? So if I do, it would only be like $30 or something like that. So I just want to make sure first. And kind of do my research before I actually take that money out and put it in a high yield savings account. Okay, next I did get $10 in tips yesterday and they gave me 2 5s, and I literally just said yesterday, like, man, if I can get some 5s, I would take these 1s and put in here so with it. So I am going to, let me do it like that. This is the number 7 and the number 8 that I want to fill. And then I'll just go to the bank and get some more 1s if I run out this weekend. There we go. I really don't like folding my money, so I try my best not to crease it if I can. Okay, and then we have the number 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wish these bills wasn't as crinkly, because they would probably be a lot thinner to go in here. And I don't want to tear these. So I'm going to try my best to get them in here. This looks a little more aesthetically pleasing than like when you like triple fold them. That would hurt my feelings. Okay, so this is what we have so far. We do have a tracker in the back that I tried to use it one time because I had a erasable marker, and you can kind of see that it's still there. So I want to use, that's not it. I want to use a marker. Not this big marker. I hate when people mess with my stuff. I had the smaller markers in here just so that I can do this. Well, let me see if this tip is not too small. So far, we've done the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5. We did the 6. We just did the 7 and the 8. Yeah, so we just haven't done the 9 yet. So, and the 10. So this folder is, I'm really gonna try to do this as fast as I can to try to get this money to go towards a new car. If I could find a car at an auction, I would totally pay $5,000 for a car and not have a note. And the only reason why I know that this is doable is because of, I was talking to a young lady at Red Lobster. Me and my friend went to Red Lobster a couple months ago, and we sat at the bar to eat instead of getting a table because it was a wait. And the lady that was sitting next to us, she did the same thing. She was just eating also. And we ended up talking, and she told us that like she had got a nice what was it, a Nissan? I think it was, I forgot, but whatever it was, she got it for like $2,600. And she said all she had to do was get brakes and I think a tune-up or something. That was all that was needed on it. And she gave me like a lot of inside tips of what the person gave her, of when to go, when not to go, so you won't be competing against other dealers and everything. So that's an option. Or the other option is that we will put that money as a down payment towards another car. If I can find a nice little $25,000 car, and that I can keep the note smaller. And that's why I was saying that we've been upping our payments on our credit card so that our credit will go up a little better. Mr. Bailey got pretty good credit. It's way better than mine. Mine dropped right around the time of when the Jeep went down, and I was only able to make minimum payments on my cards. So mine dropped a bit. So it's fair, but it's not as good as his. So that's why I'm trying to boost mine a tad bit. So that's our plan for that envelope. So keep your fingers crossed for us that hopefully this will work out, and also that we will get the car back in enough time. After I get off this part of the video, I am going to go ahead and call Mr. Bailey and just talk to him and see how he's doing up there. And I think that's about it. Yeah, so I'm not going to end the video right here. I am going to keep you guys updated. Because I'm a day ahead on my videos, I'll be able to let you guys know if we got the car back today, if it was just something minor, were we able to get the 22 rides, all of those things. So I will see you guys in the next clip. Okay guys, just a small update on the car. Mr. Bailey had them on the phone, had the mechanic on the phone. It was doing it when they was test driving it. It was doing the little, all of the stuff come on the lights and it slows down or whatever. They have to restart it on them. They went and took out one of the plugs and put it back in and did something, and the check engine light went off. What else happened? It didn't shut off anymore, just like it did when my friend went and tightened it. So I said, well, can you please do I keep wanting to say oil change, but it's not an oil change. It's what's that thing? Tune-up. Gosh, I couldn't think of that for nothing. I had to edit out. I was sitting there thinking so long of what was the word edit is. I mean, what the word tune-up is. So they're going to do a tune-up. So I told them to do a tune-up. The radiator flush that we're probably going to need in a couple weeks. I told them to do that. And I can't see. My sister-in-law is trying to text me. What else they need? I told them to do the tune-up, radiator flush, and the tune-up, radiator flush, cabin filter, and they're going to do some kind of fuel injection cleaner thing to help with the gas mileage and, clean all the stuff off, which I could tell something's been going on with my gas mileage, but I figured it was because we needed a tune-up. So that's what we're going to do now. So hopefully that fixed the problem. I just want to get my 20 rides today. So it is now it's now 10:46 a.m. Hopefully they can have it done by like 1 o'clock, because they was ordering the plugs then, and I know they usually get the stuff pretty fast. So hopefully they can have it done by 1 o'clock so I can do these rides. If something happens where I can't do it or they get it back later, then I'm not even going to worry about it. But they did. I asked them how long was it going to take so that we can make sure we have a ride down there to get the car back, and he said like a couple hours. So hopefully they stick to that. And because if we get it back by 1, I would definitely be able to get the 20 rides in still. So I'll keep you guys updated. Okay guys, so update on the car. It was just picked up. Well, Mr. Bailey just went to go pick it up right now, and I will give you guys all of the details of how much it was and everything tomorrow. The people called us and said that they put a plug in. I think I told y'all that earlier. I'm not sure, but they put a plug in, put it back out, and the engine light went off. All of the things that I don't know. So I said, please do whatever that thing is called. I keep wanting to say oil change, but it's not an oil change. It's a tune-up. So they did a tune-up. They did all the flush. They did all of the things. And hopefully it was just like a wire or a plug or something that was loose. So that's pretty much the update. So the only thing that we could do at this point is just drive it and see what it does, because other than that, it would probably be like a sensor or something. So, but it's not doing it right now. So we're just going to try to avoid those bumps for now, just in case. But I really think it was the tune-up, because that happened once before. So anyway, that's the update on it, guys. Sorry, I'm looking at all this stuff. It is now 5:37. I have fish sitting in my sink because my sister-in-law had some. She's just getting back in town. Not my sister, but my sister-in-law and my brother. They wanted to have a fish fry. And since I didn't have a car at the time, we decided to have it at my house. So she ordered all the groceries, and they're here. So this is another day that I don't have to pay for groceries. So that's a good thing. So it's, like I said, it's 5:37, and there's no way I'm going to be able to make the time for, me to be able to get the bonus. So that kind of sucks. But I mean, it is what it is at this point. So I probably would have had a $400 day. So that sucks a little bit, but I'll just have to make it up this weekend. So any of those days, I hadn't had a day off. This is actually my first day off. So you know how I only budgeted a certain amount for me to make anyway. I'm actually almost at that amount that I said that I was going to make myself anyway. But we do have that extra $700 that we have to pay. So I'll see you guys in the morning. If you made it to this point, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Go ahead and leave me a comment or a thumbs up, or even if it's just an emoji, because that does help with our channel as far as us being monetized, because all of our money that we make in the year 2025, we want to put towards our debt. And at this point, I need to pay catch up too. So I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow with another video.